my channel. So today I'm going to do a tag video while I do my makeup. I haven't done one of these in a while. I used to have a series where I would try to find old beauty tags or YouTuber tags and do my makeup at the same time. I haven't done it in, I want to say like a year. It's been a really long time, but I did see Dove's Beauty Diary post this one recently, and I thought it would be a good one to get me maybe back into the swing of things, and I can always do more. But yeah, this one is more about being a part-time YouTuber, which I personally kind of cringe saying that because I don't even feel like I'm a YouTuber. I think this is just a hobby, but part-time YouTuber and like getting to know a little bit more about me. So let's get into it. So I tend to always link what I put on my face down in my description. If I don't talk about what I'm putting on my face, it will be there. I will also have Does Beauty Diary channel in my description as well, so you can go check her out, as well as all of the questions. She's not the creator, so I will try to link also the person she credits for in her video, because I'm not sure if they were the creator, but that's how she found it. And well, no, I'll have everything down in my description. But yeah, okay, so all right, so the first thing is, what is your main gig? Do you work full-time? Are you a student, a parent? Spill the beans. I think most of you know about me because a lot of you have been around for quite a while now on my channel, so I really appreciate that. And I do tend to talk about my life in my Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me's and other Get Ready With Me's and whatnot. So I do tend to spill the beans quite a bit. But if you are new and you're not sure who I am and you want to get to know me, this might be a good starting video. So I do have a full-time job, but it is going to be changing. And I spoke about that in December. So I kind of just need a break. So I'm purposely taking a step back from my full-time job. I do work remotely from home, and I will be taking a step back. So it's not going to be full-time very, very soon. But as I'm speaking right now, it's still full-time, right? I'm still working there. My hours haven't changed. My pay hasn't changed, whatnot. My full-time gig, as it were, is very boring. It's very boring. I'm an account strategist, which, like, what does that mean? It's kind of like an account manager. It basically is. I work in e-commerce and I work for an agency. It's like a consultancy / sort of management agency. And primarily my role is looking at performance of sellers on marketplaces like Amazon, for instance, eBay, these big channels, Walmart in the US, like all of these big marketplaces where you actually have a lot of third-party sellers selling their products on there. So when people buy things from Amazon, they're like, I got this from Amazon. I don't think they quite understand that it literally isn't Amazon producing that. Amazon has their own specific brands, obviously, but the majority of what is on Amazon is from third-party sellers. Even if it's distributed by Amazon, that just means that sellers are sending it to a fulfillment center and Amazon then ships it. That's why they're able to ship things so fast. In rare cases, Amazon will buy products from brands and they will sell it as their own. So that does happen as well. Anyway, so I work with brands, legitimate brands who have their own actual either retail stores or just online presence. And my job is really looking at performance on the channels, trying to review what they can do better, how to grow the sales, whatnot, an account manager. So that's my main gig. That's kind of what I've been doing. I've only done 2 things on my face. There's only 10 questions, so I think I need to speed things up a little bit. Okay, so the next question is, what made you start your YouTube channel? So I have been watching YouTube for as long as I can remember. I started, like, obviously YouTube kind of launched when I was a teenager. And so, and back then people would just post silly little random videos and whatnot. And it was really only when I kind of got into my 20s that I really started watching it a lot. And I would end up, there's certain creators that I always watched, but I definitely watch it more now than I ever did. I think I just watched it occasionally and that was kind of it. Sometimes I'd watch some beauty tutorials. I have no idea who I would really watch, but that was pretty much it. But I have to say, like, when I had my son in 2020, I was watching a lot of YouTube as well as everybody else. And I was just thinking, I just kept finding these people, and I was thinking, I could do this. I just like suddenly it dawned on me that I'm like, why don't I start my channel? I was watching all of these smaller creators with like 1,000 subscribers, and I was like, wow, they can do it, I can do that. And I was just thinking, their video quality is just like normal. I have a smartphone, blah, blah, blah. I'll try to do that. Also, really, it was like the panning community that really got me into it. Because at first I used to watch a lot of clothing hauls and a lot of like, when people would go to all of the stores and try on the clothing, and I, Carrie Dayton and things like that. I'd watch all of her things, and I was thinking, gosh, I mean, I could do that too, but it's pretty expensive. Like, they're constantly buying clothes. But then I think at the same time, it's probably cheaper doing that content than it is makeup, because for the most part, like, you wear your makeup and you don't really send it back. Clothing, you can buy all that stuff, do the video and send it back. So I probably picked the more expensive gig, as it were, just going into the makeup side, but it is what it is. So really, honestly, was Sarah Rose. She was one of the ones that I really stumbled on, and also Steph Lyons. Those two, I would say, would be the primary channels that I watched, and I was thinking, I can do a project pan. This looks fun. I have a lot of things lying around. I have a lot of skincare, hair care. I didn't have that much makeup, quite honestly. I mean, I had a lot of lip products, but I didn't have like tons of makeup. But I was thinking, I do have a lot of makeup that just sits around and I don't necessarily use it all. And I just got like sucked into the fact of hitting a pan. Like that concept never came to me before, and I just thought, that looks like a lot of fun. So I tried it. My first video on my channel, and it's still there. It's very embarrassing on my first videos. And honestly, my voice is completely different because we were living in the UK, and I'm the type of person, because I have an American dad and an English mother, I've always grown up with a very strange accent. Because when I'm hanging around English people, I tend to adopt the English accent a little bit more, and I do this without realizing. And then when I'm around Americans, I do the opposite, right? And so I live with my partner, and he's American. Well, he's American Portuguese, but he has an American accent, right? So my American side comes out quite a bit more when I'm not around English people, and I'm with him. So my voice is completely different to my first videos. But anyway, my first video was Project Pan. So yeah, that's still there. I filmed it incorrectly. Like, so it's like filmed like a short. But I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, like in my head, I was like, I can do this. And then I post my first video. I was like, this is pretty hard. And then also I just like, I don't know, the editing side was a little bit confusing to me, but anyway, that's kind of what made me want to start it. Also, I guess I wanted a hobby. I wanted to do something, and it always had been in my mind, well, why am I not doing this? And I had always an excuse or like a reason not to. And then I guess I just thought, well, you know what? They're doing it. I don't really see myself being that different or that behind, or just thinking like I could do it. Because if I tried to be like, one of the huge influencers at the time, there's no way. But a little project pan, I can do that. Looks fun. Why not? So that's kind of why. Okay, next question is, what is your channel about? I mean, most of you know what it's about, right? What is your channel about? Do you stick to one niche, or do you cover a few? So obviously, like I said, the first video I posted was Project Pan. That was like what I started off, and that's still what I continue to do. I did venture out and I have done little vlogs here and there, and I have done clothing hauls. But for the most part, my channel is beauty related, me related, I want to say, because, it's, if I ventured out into something completely different, I would lose my viewership, because for the most part, you will subscribe to see the panning content, and then me maybe secondary or third, that's kind of what it is. And so I did actually create another channel for my book content, not that I've posted on it at all recently, because I just haven't been reading very much, but I didn't want to post book content on here because I think I was going to confuse the YouTube algorithm by doing that, because like you can find the same people that like both, but at the same time, there's a lot of people who just want the panning content. They don't want to hear about me talking about books, which I completely understand because some people just find that really, really boring and just don't get it. And then there's people who just want to look at the book content and don't care about the makeup. So I didn't want to like be a confused channel. And I think YouTube tends to like it when you have your niche and you don't really venture out and do something different. When people do something completely different to what they're known for, they do take a hit on like subscriber and views and whatnot. But for the most part, I do post videos that I want to post on my channel. I don't try to chase the trends, as you know. I mean, some of my videos don't do very well at all, but I continue to post them because, you know, this video is probably not going to do very well. I'm just going to be honest with you, but I still want to do it because I kind of feel like it. And I watched WW Diary do it and I was like, you know what? I want to answer these questions too. So it's just, my channel is my channel. It's whatever I will choose to post, but for the most part, it's beauty and panning. And that's what I have in my description of my channel too. I don't think I've really ventured off truly into anything else. All right, so I have been watching some people on TikTok. Yes, I know, I'm very late to the party on TikTok. And it's funny because I started posting on TikTok and then everybody had the ban in the US. And then you all came back like a day later. So if that's made any difference. So I was thinking, oh my gosh, why am I going on TikTok when like the whole of the US is going to be banned? That's so silly. But I have like 55 followers, which I'm very, very proud of. So if you want to follow me on TikTok, I'm just posting the same shorts as I'm posting on YouTube and Instagram though. So it's really, you know, not very interesting, but I might end up posting more. I don't really know. I mean, I'm just having fun with it. I'm not trying to get TikTok famous by any means. It's just for me to kind of venture out and be everywhere and kind of annoy people. But anyway, on TikTok, I have a few people that I follow. I follow quite a lot actually, but I do in the makeup world, there's a few makeup artists that I follow. I think they're UK based, and I saw something that I've been trying. So to get rid of like all the creasing, like when I do my concealer and whatnot, because I crease crazily. Apparently when you're setting it, you're supposed to like look up because then it stretches the skin here and it makes sure that creasing, that product doesn't get in the creases. Like it's not going to stop the creasing by any means because I have those creases just naturally. But apparently if I look up and I've set like this, I know I look stupid, but if I set like this, apparently it helps. So pro tip from a non-pro makeup person, apparently you're supposed to do it this, okay? Anyway, I haven't really noticed a difference. I'm going to be completely honest with you, but it is what it is. I'm just going with it. Okay, next question is, did you always know YouTube would be a side gig, or do you ever want to be a full-time YouTuber? I would love to be a full-time YouTuber, of course. I mean, it seems to be the easiest job in the world. It's a lot of work. You have to, you know, put in the hours and whatnot, but oh gosh, the rain has come. Oh, I thought we were gonna have a sunny day. It's like pouring down with rain now. Great. My lighting might get a little bit strange. But anyway, yeah, I mean, of course, I would like to be able to rely on YouTube for income. I think that would be ideal. But the situation is, it pays nothing. Like I could buy a couple things from what I gather from YouTube every month, which is absolutely fine. It's a little bit of extra money and cash, but that's all it is. I can't live off of it. And I certainly can't live off of it with a child and with somebody else to feed in the family. I would not be helping and contributing to life by doing that. But at the same time, I am taking a step back from my full-time job, like I said. And I do plan to try to grow this a little bit. I'm going to give myself a little bit of time to grow it. Still quite organically, but I think I'm just going to be posting a little bit more. Like I'm already posting my shorts a little bit more. And I think I've actually, that's kind of helped my Instagram more so than anything else. My Instagram's at like 500 followers for the last 2 years or so because I haven't really like done anything on Instagram. And then as soon as I started posting my shorts, I've gained like 25 in the last 25 days or so. So I'm thinking, okay, if I get to like 1,000, then I think that will open more doors. I mean, I'm just so minute on all of these social media accounts that yeah, of course, I would love to be a full-timer, but also the reality is I'm in my 30s. you know, there is like a little bit of a stigma and like ageism when it comes to social media and the internet, especially in the beauty space. However, I have found a lot of people on TikTok. I keep mentioning TikTok. I'm not hugely, like, I don't really like TikTok. I'm just going to say that right now, but I keep mentioning it. There are a lot of people who are like 30s, 40s, 50s posting beauty content on TikTok, and they have like loads of followers. And that's the group that I need to find and continue to find. So I think there's different areas, and I feel like I'm in the transitional age where, you know, I'm getting a little bit older for like the 20-year-olds because I do my makeup completely different to Gen Z, and I don't have the same skin or anything like that. And so us 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds are kind of like, I feel like we're kind of in limbo because, you know, I don't feel old, but when I look at somebody on social media, I literally feel ancient. And it's kind of ridiculous because then when I look at someone who is older than me, I think they're fabulous and they're posting, and I'm like, I'm being an absolute idiot thinking that I can't do this. So it's just about like finding the right people. And I'm not sure if that's ever going to happen or not, but you know what? Yeah, I mean, I would love to. This has always been, you know, something that I wanted to grow, and it's been growing. It's been growing very slowly, but you know, it's not like I'm relying on it to eat. So I've been a lot more relaxed with it because it's always been a hobby at the moment, because I haven't relied on the paycheck at all. All right, there should be less talking and more doing my makeup. No, the next one is, what is the next one? The next one is, what is your schedule like? When do you film? When do you edit? Okay, so I tend to, this has changed, right? So when I first started, I would film in the evenings quite a lot because, or I would film when my son was sleeping, right? Because he was a baby. And over the years, I've filmed pretty much in the evenings, and then I started filming during the day because I really like the daylight for my video. For the look of my videos, I just think it looks a little bit more natural, right? So, and I kind of film literally when I have the time. So it's either maybe a day when I'm working during my lunch break, maybe in the early afternoon or late afternoon when the sun is still good and I've kind of done most of my work. I do a little quick video. Most of my videos don't take me very long to film. It's the editing that takes me the longest to do. So the actual filming side, unless I'm prepping a lot for the video, but for the most part, you know, I've already kind of done my makeup, or I do my makeup for the video, but my makeup really doesn't take very long. It's whenever I have the time. And I think anybody who is a part-time YouTuber will say the same. Whenever I have the time, but because I don't like filming at night anymore, I tend to try to film like either right before lunch, during lunch, right after lunch, or, you know, when the lighting is good, but when I can squeeze it in. Obviously, I have a busy day, then I can't do that. It's just what it is. And I don't tend to film that much in the weekends anymore because my son is very active and wants a lot of attention, and I don't feel like I can really sneak away and film a video anymore like I used to. So generally throughout the week I film. Sometimes I film the same day that I'm posting the video. If I'm lucky, I can get a couple of videos pre-filmed before I post them, but often I'm filming a video, posting it on the same day. So yeah, it is what it is. And when I first started out, I would post one video a week, and then I think I went to 2 videos a week, and now I'm at 3 videos a week. I, for the most part, want to increase this, but when I have more videos to post throughout a month, I think it really depends on if I have something to say or not. I don't want to post just to post and get stuck into that grind of, I have to post a video, I have to post a video. Sometimes I will post 2 videos in a week because I either haven't filmed the extra video, or I just don't have it ready, I haven't edited it, I don't know what I'm going to be filming. You know, you kind of like have to think about what you're doing at the same time. You can't just always post just to post. And because this is part-time for the moment, I do plan out my videos for the month because I do like project plans and stuff. Every single month I'm going to have an update on them pretty much, or every other month I have some sort of update on certain ones. And then I have my beauty bank videos, I have certain videos that I post every single month, so I can plot them out throughout the weeks of the month. And then when I see gaps, that's when I do maybe an extra get ready with me, or if I bought some new makeup, I'll do something like that. Or if for instance, I'm putting it off, but I really need to film my repressing video, that's one where obviously I'm not going to post that every single month. So it kind of depends. I kind of plot it out like that. But if I don't have something to post, I'm not going to be mad about it because it is what it is. You know what I mean? Obviously, when I don't post, it's noticeable in the views and it's noticeable in the money that I get every month from YouTube, but I'm not relying on it still. So it is what it is. All right, I'm going to go into this. I'm just going to use quite a lot of shades from different projects. So you'll see me holding different palettes up. Okay, so I literally just looked at the next question and I've already answered it. So the next question, I'm stupid. The next question is, how do you keep your YouTube channel organized? Do you plan videos ahead or just film what you like? So I think I just answered this, but to recap, I actually have an Excel spreadsheet. It's like a calendar, but it's an Excel spreadsheet. And for the whole year, I have plotted out all the videos I'm going to be doing that I know I will be doing, which would be all of my project plans. And because I know I want to post at least 3 videos a day, 3 videos a week, I post Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, then I know, where to post them. And I try to break them up so that I do give myself a whole month before my next update for those, right? So that's what I do with the ones that I know I'm doing. I also, during certain times of the year, will plan out when I want to do declutter videos. I know everybody tends to do declutter videos in December, and that's fine. I have been doing them in the spring, and they've been working really well for me in the spring. So for the most part, I probably will do a spring declutter, and I think I've already plotted them out. I also do my makeup inventory videos twice a year. So I've already done one of them, which was in December, and I'll do another one in July. So I've already would plot out like roughly around the time of when I want to post that. Obviously, week on week, my schedule will change and I do move videos around depending on what's happened. I might go a whole week not filming because I'm ill or just like have company or whatnot. So that does happen, but I do have a spreadsheet and I have plotted it out for the year. And I've been doing that. I did it in 2023. I did it last year and now I'm going to do it this year. It just works for me. I don't know how other people do it, but I feel like that is the easiest way for me to do because I like to be organized. That's what I do. And that's how I keep track. There are times when I have a video idea and I'm like, oh, I'll post that. And I squeeze it in, or I post a little bit more than 3 videos a week, but it's kind of rare. Or I just like shift things around. If I still want the 3 videos a week, but I think this video should go out before the next one, I will do that. That's just how it is. I'm not getting anywhere with this. This is my Pan palette in order. I'm not doing a recap on it this month because I haven't hit pan on anything and I really have no progress, but I literally keep using it and I just feel like I'm never gonna, I always say Beauty Bay is easy to hit pan. I don't feel like I'm hitting pan on anything and it's not going anywhere. It's actually getting really, really frustrating. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. Anyway, side note. Oh, you know what? I never said when I edited. That was in the last question. So editing, I usually I try to edit my videos right after I film them and get them like scheduled to be posted, because in my description box, I like to write down all the makeup that I used in that video or what I'm wearing on my face, even if I'm not talking about that makeup. And I find that if I edit and schedule my video a few days after the fact, I forget what I'm wearing on my face. Because it changes, like I'm either wearing my Shop My Stash, my Project Pan, but sometimes I might be wearing something completely different. And if I'm not like filming a get ready with me, I kind of forget what I'm wearing sometimes. So I try to do it literally after. So like as I'm doing this, I most likely will edit this straight after, just so I can like kind of remember what's going on. But this one is a get ready with me. So if I did edit this like 2 days later, at least I kind of can see roughly what I'm doing, but I haven't really shown you everything. So, yeah. Otherwise, I will edit. I don't edit in the evenings. No, and I pretty much do edit right after I film, unless I don't have time, and then I'll edit it whenever I find time. That's pretty much it. Okay, the next question is about sponsored videos. So it says, how do you feel about sponsored videos on YouTube? Would you ever do one on your channel? I think they're fine. Like, I have no problem with people doing sponsored videos because honestly, that just means that they're making money. Like, they're doing a good job and, you know, they're getting paid. I think it's the type of sponsored video that you do that is always what people probably get upset about. So for the most part, I don't care. If you have a sponsor on your video, I think congratulations. But it depends. If you're sponsoring a brand that is not worth sponsoring, then obviously there's a problem with that. If you are sponsoring something that is obviously not something that you would ever buy yourself or a service that you would ever use yourself, but because they're offering you money, you're talking about it, I find that makes less sense to me. But, you know, it is what it is. Like, there's a lot of people who have random channels. They talk about stuff, and then all of a sudden they'll sponsor a gaming app on the mobile. And their channel has nothing to do with gaming or technology or anything like that. But it doesn't mean that they don't play mobile games. You know, they very well could do. And their viewership might as well. But that is a weird one to me. I have to be honest with you. That is a little bit of a weird one. But you know what? Each to their own. I see a lot of people doing the VPN ones, the HelloFresh, and all that stuff. BetterHelp, but I feel like BetterHelp, there's like a huge issue with that, but then I still see people sponsoring and like talking about BetterHelp and getting paid by BetterHelp, even though I think it's been proven that they're not actually like therapists and stuff. So, you know, you kind of have to look at it in a way where, are they just trying to grab the cash, or do they really, you know, believe in this product? And sometimes you can tell, and other times it doesn't really bother me. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't bother me, but there is always that. So I get continuous emails from people wanting to send me stuff, but they mostly just want to pay me with product as opposed to pay me with actual cash. So I tend to ignore that. I've ignored it for a while. I mean, it's just like anybody who has a channel will get contacted with that. It's just what it is. At the point that I do get a legitimate offer, I will obviously consider if it's worth talking about on my channel. There's people who constantly want to send me colored lenses and glasses and all this stuff. And I just think, you know what? I mean, that's fine. I do actually wear glasses and I do have lenses, but I don't feel like people on my channel are going to care about that stuff. So like, why would I want to sponsor it? Oh, and I also got this like sculpting, like body sculpting machine. And I was thinking, well, that's nice of you. You're basically telling me I need this for my body. But then I actually responded to them. This was actually a brand that was going to offer me some money. And I said, this looks great, but I don't think my viewership is going to care about this product. And I didn't say it in those words, but I did kind of imply, like, I don't really think this is the right product for me to promote my channel. I think we have to be a little morally, you know, and ethically correct when we're dealing with certain brands and products, because I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I really don't think a lot of these types of products people care about when they're watching beauty. I really don't. I mean, if I was somebody who showed my body off more and maybe had a clothing channel, then a body sculpting thing to like lose weight or get my butt nice and firm or whatever, but maybe I was a fitness channel, that would make a lot more sense than me putting on makeup on my face. Majority of you don't know what I look like otherwise, right? So no, it's just a bit silly. I have received product from Stylevana, I will say that. So I have received 3 times now product from Stylevana, and they do ask me to post a video. So there is that, but I have gotten like commission from them. I've actually been paid like through that. So that kind of worked out for me, honestly. And a lot of that skincare that they sent me, I still use and I've gone through and I've really enjoyed. It's not like they've sent me like crap products at all. So I will say that, like, it kind of depends. I know people have had issues with Stylevana. I've never had an issue with Stylevana. So let me know if that's like an iffy brand that you probably wouldn't really want me to maybe work with anymore. But for the most most part, I've had like no issues with them. And I've also purchased from Stylevana myself personally, and I had no issues with the packaging not coming and or being lost or whatever. Everything always arrives, and they send you an email if something's gone out of stock. So, all right, next question is, what do you think is the biggest challenge of doing YouTube part-time? Okay, so I think growing your channel is the biggest challenge, because if you are part-time, for the most part, unless you get very, very lucky and you you have a video that does really, really well, or you just find your perfect niche, depending on whatever that would be, it's pretty hard to gain traction as a part-time I'm going to say content creator, because I really don't think I'm a YouTuber. Content creator or hobbyist. Let's say hobbyist. Because the algorithm likes to see you post more. And the more you post and the more views you get, the more it will push out your videos, from what I have seen. Whenever I post more than 3 videos a week, my channel does better. I gain more subscribers, maybe not necessarily more money, but I do gain more subscribers. And normally that does equate to a little bit more money that week. And what I found is with the shorts, even though they're like little 1-minute videos, they're getting like 400 plus views for the most part on average, the last ones that I've been posting the last couple of weeks. And even though it's not helped with money at all, because you get like 1p for every like few hundred views you get on it. So it's like not giving me anything, or like 1 cent in the US. So it's equivalent to like that. But it's helping my overall channel at the moment, from what I see, because my overall views are up from those extra 400, 500, 300 views that I'm getting from them. And so YouTube's like, hang on a minute. Hey, her viewership is going up. She's posting more videos. They don't care that my videos are like 1 minute. They've been pushing shorts for years now. They want us to post shorts because they want to compete with, the big dog. So that is something that I've always known. I was like, I'm not going to post shorts. I'm not interested in short form content. I'm really not either. But there are a lot of people out there who do like it. So I kind of have to go with the times. And it's just what it is. It's like one of those things where you kind of have to bend the wheel a little bit to get what you want to, for things to go in your favor. So I'm testing it out. I might not do it forever, but so far what I've seen this month, just with these silly little get it ready with me videos, it's kept me like wanting to do my makeup a little bit more too. It's kept me like more interested in doing my makeup, and overall I've just had quite a lot of fun with it. So I don't know, I probably will continue it, to be fair, but I think the type of short videos, I might do something a little bit different. They can't always be get ready with me's, although it has been fun. What was the question? Did I answer the question? What was the question? What do you think is the biggest challenge? Oh, biggest challenge. Oh yeah, okay. I think I think that is the biggest challenge for part-time. And maybe finding the time to film and edit. I know a lot of people are very busy. Some people work 2 jobs. This economy is pretty shit. Anywhere you go, people are just making less money for the most part and working longer hours. So it's not much fun. So I would say that's kind of it. Actually doing the content is not the challenge. Like filming is not a challenge. Editing, I'm not the best editor, but it's at the same time not really a challenge for me. I just edit the video and be done. I don't try to add any fun little tricks to it, because I personally have to spend 2 hours figuring out how to do a minor little thing that I want to do, which is good, but I just don't have the time for that right now. So until I have the time to be able to do something like that, it's just not going to be possible. All right, I'm going to put on my mascara. I'm going to do the Watch Me from What's Up Beauty. I'm going to put a little bit of freckles on as well, and I'll be right back. Well, I actually did pick this up. I'm going to do this on camera because this is new. I'm not supposed to buy any makeup, but I did buy this. This is Essence 8 Hour Matte Comfort Liner. I'm not big on lip liners, but I really wanted to get more of a brown one, and I feel like all of mine are a little bit pinky nude. So I wanted to try this. Yeah, I feel like this is a little bit more brown nude. And I do like to have more brown nude sometimes. All right, guys, I am done. I think I put enough makeup on. I did end up putting a little bit of blush, so I kind of used this one. This is from W7 The Sculpt Power. So I went into, this is the bronzer that I use. I also use this as a little bit of a highlighter, and then I just used this off camera as a little bit of blush. I really do like this, and I haven't really used it that much since I pulled it from my Shop My Stash. So I felt like I wanted to use it. But yeah, everything else will be linked down below. If you want to do this tag video, that would be a lot of fun. Thank you so much, WC Diary, for doing it. I know you didn't create it, but you're the reason why I'm doing it now. So yeah, go check out her channel down below if you're not already following her. She does also panning content and beauty content and whatnot, and loves very colorful makeup. Thought this was a pretty colorful look for myself too. I'm really trying to hit pan on certain products and it's just not happening. So I keep using the same thing. Also went to my Club Nebula from Kaleidos because this is my project level up. So I did use a blue in like a little bit of a liner, and then this is actually this purple. It's You're My Only Hope here, but because I laid down Naru, I laid this over that one. It actually ended up going a lot more blue, but I think it worked really well with the green, and most of the green came from the Earthly palette from Beauty Bay. So, and the yellow that I have underneath is from my What's Your Power from Gloss Gods, which I still have not hit pan on. Fun. But yeah, I wouldn't class myself as a YouTuber. I think if you want to create a channel, go ahead. You're always going to find people who subscribe to you. It's just people are going to explode and other people aren't. It's just sometimes you're going to grow organically, very slowly. There are obviously things that you can do to boost your channel. Like there are things on YouTube where I can, if I spend money, I can basically buy views. I don't feel like anybody really talks about this, but you can do that. And I'm sure people do it that I know of, but they don't ever talk about that. You can also obviously do that on Instagram, where you promote, like you spend money promoting your post or your reel, whatever, and you can try to gain views or profile pictures or followers or whatever. I don't really know if you can do that on TikTok, to be fair. I'm not really versed on TikTok, but there are ways if you spend money, you can gain more views and i.e. more subscribers. That is a thing, and I'm sure people do that if they have money to basically throw at YouTube, which most people don't. Let's be honest. So that is a thing. Like if you don't have a channel, that is also a thing that could possibly happen. But then otherwise, the algorithm just loves certain people. It also depends on maybe when you post. I don't really know if that's a thing too. I just stick to what I like doing. And you guys seem, for the most part, to like it and be nice to me, so that's good. When you all start being nasty to me, then I'll know when I'm doing something wrong. For the most part, you all are very supportive, so that is wonderful. The last thing I want to do is come on the internet and be hated. So yeah, if that ends up happening, I will just leave the internet. It's not a big deal. You know, my life actually is outside of these little squares, and you know, it'd be a sad day because this is definitely a hobby and something that I like to do. But if I find that it just doesn't give me pleasure, it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. That's just the way it is. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you would like to. If you made it all the way through, then put a little sunshine emoji or image or whatever in the comment down below, because we all want the sun. Like, I think I want the sun. It was so sunny over December, but now it's just been so rainy for weeks now and miserable. I want the sun back, as well as probably other people too. So anyway, thank you so much, and I'll see you later. Bye.